Dwight King Drake, Kovu's pride. Well, Lala's story. Do the video. Woo! Here is Lala's story. Okay, so here is Lala's mom and dad, Lala's monkey, alright, and Lala's dad, Kovu. And here's Lala. Lala was so cute. She was destined to be the next queen. One day she went to go eat some clothes. Hold on guys, this is my bathroom. Sorry guys, I have to go to the bathroom. Can't do it. And so we're gonna pretend this is part of the party. So one day she was very close to Pride Walk. But that's where a fire started. Oh no! The fire surrounded her. She was getting really scared. Her parents were drilled when the fire was on. What she had to do was go home. But she wanted to look at the fire. But she remembered the parents told me if there's a fire, you evacuate right away. But she wanted to look at the fire. You know, looking at the fire, it could get worse before you know it. Yeah. When is there even going to be a fire? She asked. Well, soon, honey. There will be a fire in the Providence. My father didn't want me going any more hunts. So she just right there, but she knew she had to track for it. Hold on, guys. Oh. Hello guys. Alright, I'm back. So she ran home. Her parents were thrilled to see her home. Why did you come? Well, I was busy looking at the fire. That's dangerous. Remember what I told you? You're not to apply for a few days. How about I told her? Look, you can't do this when you're a queen when you grow up. You were part of the great circle of life. When a few days came, she didn't want to play because she was worried there was going to be another fire. So what she did, she would stay home for the rest of her life. One day, when there was a ceremony going on of Kiara's parents, Simba and Lala, she wanted to go play then, but they couldn't because there was a ceremony going on. A few days after the ceremony, her parents asked her if she wanted to play, but she said no. It just kept going on. One day, she asked her parents if she could play, but they said no because there was the ceremony going on. So for Kovu's mom, Zira, and his brother, Nuka, she was very mad. So what she did was run away. She tried not to get caught, but what she noticed is that she went to the Outlands. There were no lions in the Outlands. Well, what did she do? Well, she just did nothing. She went to the Outlands. She was very unreliable. She was there for a few days. she started to grow. One day, she was almost full though, so what she did, she returned back to the province. Her parents were thrilled to see her. It said you were not allowed to play for a few days. When a few days came, she never asked. Her parents told her she wanted to go play. She said no. She would say no all the time. Even during a ceremony, she would be a good person. There's some friends waiting out there. Why don't you go play? But she said no because she thought there would be another fire again. What's going on with her? She's been like this for a while. Yeah, she's been like this ever since she got back. We have to find out what's going on. One day, when it was just she asked if she could go play. Her parents said sure. So she ran off. So what she did, she laid down on the grass and rolled around till she saw a butterfly. She caught it and she ate it. In a while, she returned back home, knowing what it was. When it was a few years after her mother died for a while, she was going to be queen with her dad. One day, when she was older, she believed that Lala helped her first, so she became an outlander. I mean Becky, not Becky. Well, Becky. She wanted to go back home, but she couldn't. She knew during war, she would attack her mom and her dad. When war came, Mom, Dad. She went to their side. She killed Becky. No! One day, she made it up with a guy. His name was Jack. When her parents ran away, she was destined to be king and queen, or queen, and the king was Jack. When she heard about when they died of her Rose heart, she was sad. So she was real queen this time. She got to be queen for the rest of her life. She hugged Jack. And a few months later, she had a cub named Dash, and she was destined to be the new queen. The end.